My child, before you continue scrolling, stay with me for a moment. This message is not here by accident. There is a reason your eyes landed on these words today. Because I know something about you that perhaps no one else knows. You have been carrying more than you tell people, more than you show, more than anyone realizes. You smile, you answer messages, you show up for work, you take care of responsibilities, you keep moving forward. But inside, there are moments when you feel exhausted in ways that sleep cannot fix. There are moments when your heart feels heavy, and you cannot even explain why. Nothing terrible happened, nothing dramatic changed, and yet somehow everything feels harder than it used to. My child, I see that heaviness. I see the things you never say out loud. I see the worries you carry into bed with you. I see the thoughts that keep returning long after the room becomes quiet. I see the questions you ask yourself when no one is around. Am I doing enough? Am I falling behind? Will things ever get better? Why does everyone else seem stronger than me? You may hide these questions from the world, but you never hide them from me. I hear every silent prayer, even the prayers that never become words, even the prayers that are nothing more than tears, even the prayers that sound like, I don't know what to do anymore. My child, I hear those prayers too. You do not need perfect words for me to understand your heart. I understood you before you spoke, and I understand you now. You have spent so much time trying to stay strong, trying to hold everything together, trying not to disappoint anyone, trying not to become a burden, trying to figure everything out by yourself. But I never asked you to carry life alone. I never asked you to have all the answers. I never asked you to know exactly where every road would lead before taking the first step. Sometimes faith looks much smaller than you imagine. Sometimes faith is simply getting out of bed one more day. Sometimes faith is continuing to pray when you feel nothing. Sometimes faith is taking one more step while still feeling afraid. And my child, that still counts. You have been harder on yourself than I have ever been on you. You call yourself weak, but I call you faithful. You call yourself broken, but I call you growing. You call yourself lost, but I call you guided. You see failure, I see endurance. You see delay, I see preparation. You see closed doors, I see protection. What feels confusing to you is not confusing to me. I see the entire road. You only see the next few steps. That is why I ask you to trust me, not because you understand everything, but because I do. There are things happening around you that you cannot yet see. There are prayers already moving toward answers. There are doors already beginning to open. There are people already being positioned along your path. There are opportunities already on their way. Do not mistake silence for absence. Do not mistake waiting for abandonment. Seeds spend a long time underground before anyone sees the first sign of life. Roots grow in hidden places. And many of the most important things I do in your life happen where human eyes cannot see them. My child, you are not behind. Read those words again. You are not behind. You are not too late. You have not missed your purpose. You have not ruined your future. You have not disqualified yourself from my plans. The world measures your value by speed. I do not. The world asks, how much have you achieved? I ask, did you keep going? The world celebrates people who never struggle. I stay close to people who keep walking while they struggle. And you are still walking. You are still here. After everything that tried to break you, you are still here. After every disappointment, you are still here. After every unanswered question, you are still here. Do not underestimate that. There is strength inside you that you did not place there yourself. I placed it there. And when your strength feels small, mine is still enough. Fear has been speaking loudly lately, hasn't it? Fear tells you, you are alone, but I am with you. Fear says, you are not enough. But I created you intentionally. Fear says, you are going to fail. But failure is not stronger than my plans for your life. Fear says, give up. But I say, keep walking. Not because the road is easy, but because you do not walk it alone. My child, you do not need enough strength for next year. You do not need enough peace for next month. You do not need enough answers for your entire future. You only need enough grace for today, and I will give you today's grace today. Tomorrow's grace will arrive tomorrow. Do not carry tomorrow before it arrives. You were never created to live that way. Come to me with what is heavy. Come to me with what is confusing. Come to me with what feels impossible. You do not need to clean yourself up before coming closer to me. You do not need to become stronger before asking for help. You do not need to become perfect before receiving love. You were loved before you ever learned how to earn anything, and you are loved now, exactly where you are, exactly as you are. My child, this difficult season is not the end of your story. It is only a chapter, and chapters change. Storms end, winter passes, night gives way to morning. And this season will not last forever either. There are still beautiful things ahead of you. There are still prayers waiting to be answered. There are still moments of joy that have your name written on them. So keep going, keep breathing, keep praying, keep trusting, even if your faith feels small, even if your hands are shaking, even if all you can manage today is one more step. One step is enough, because I know where that step leads. And before you leave today, I want you to do something simple. If this message reached your heart, write these words: Lord, I give this burden to you. Not for this channel, not for anyone else, but as a reminder to your own heart that you were never meant to carry everything alone. I am with you. I have always been with you, and I will still be with you tomorrow. Rest in that truth today. You are loved. You are seen. You are not alone.